So in the first series we talk about the various number systems, decimal, binary, octal and hexadecimal we saw. So now the second part we will see how the conversions was taking place. So we talk about the decimal, binary, octal and hexadecimal. In short, I am going to write for simplification D, B, O, H. Okay. So in short, I am writing D, B, O, H. So D decimal, binary, octal and hexadecimal. So now we are going to see what are the various conversions are available. So first, decimal to binary, decimal to octal, decimal to hexa. So totally 3 conversions. And then we have to see binary to decimal, octal to decimal, hexa to decimal. So totally 3. So totally 3 plus 3, 6 conversions are there. And then we are going to see about binary to octal, binary to hexa. Octal to binary, hexa to binary. So here 4. And again octal to hexa, hexa to octal. So totally 2. So totally 6 plus 4, 10 plus 2, 12 conversions. So we are going to study about these 12 conversions. In this lecture series, we will talk about the 6 conversions, and the upcoming series we will talk about the next 6 conversions. So first, in this part we are going to discuss only about these parts, that is decimal to binary, decimal to octal, decimal to hexa, and again binary to decimal, octal to decimal, hexa to decimal. We are going to have a look. So first set, that is first one is decimal to binary. So how will you convert a decimal number into a binary number? Suppose if I am considering one example. I am writing 25.625 to the base 10. Since here we have to consider, that is in our hand we are having a decimal number. So this is a decimal number. How can you identify this number is a decimal? Whether you can tell it is an octal? No. Based on this base. So what is the base value for this number? This leads to understand that it's a decimal number system. So this is a number system with base 10. So this 10 represents this digits is a decimal digits. Okay. Now I am going to share that how can we convert this number into a binary form. So here we are having 2 parts. This part we call it as an integer part, and this one we call it as a fractional part. So both the cases you have to convert. So for the integer part, how can you convert this number into a binary form? Second thing, for the fractional part, how can you convert this fractional part into a binary form? So first you consider the integral part, that is 25. So 25, it should be converted into binary form by dividing it by 2. So first step, in order to convert this number into a binary form, you have to consider the integer part and you have to divide it by 2. So when we are dividing 1 into 2, 2. So 2 into 2, 4. So the remainder is 1. So again you have to divide it by 2. So 6 into 2, 12. So there is no remainder, you put 0 here. Again you have to divide it by 2. So 3 into 2, 6. So there is no remainder, put 0. Again you have to divide it by 2. So 1 into 2, 2. So the remainder is 1. So now we cannot divide it, so you leave it stop and put an upward arrow mark. So you put an upward arrow mark. So with the help of this arrow mark only, we have to write the answer from bottom to top. That is 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. Like that you have to write. And now we will consider the fractional part alone. So how can you convert this fractional part? There you were divided by 2. Here you have to multiply it by 2. So I am just multiplying 0.625 into 2. So it will be around 1.25. So this can be written as 0.25 with carry 1. And again you have to consider the 0.25 here into 2, which is equal to 0.5. So can be written as 0.5 with carry, that is 0. That is here when you are multiplying 0.625 into 2, you are getting 1.25, which can be written as 0.25 with a carry 1. This 1 should be written here. And again you have to write 0.25 here, it should be multiplied by 2, so you are getting 0.5, 0.5 with the carry, this 0 you have to put it here. Again this 0.5 into 2, so what will be the answer? 1.0, which is equal to 0.0, this 1 should be written here with carry 1. And again you have to put here is a down arrow mark, there you have to put up arrow mark, here you have to put down arrow mark. So with the help of these arrows only we have to write the final answers, that is this 25.625 to the base 10, it is converted into a binary form. Here instead of this 25 you have to write 11001, so 11001 point. For this radix point you have to write the put that radix point, and 0.625 is converted into 101, so 101 to the base, this is a binary form, so we have to put 2, that's all. So like this we can convert a decimal to binary form. And next we will see how can we convert this decimal to octal, the second part, decimal to octal. In the same way only we have to convert. Yes, in the same way here also we have to convert the decimal. Here we just take 247.6875. We will consider this number to the base 10. We can take any number, but here for our example I choose 247.6875. So we can take any number because here we are just multiplying by 2 and divided by 2. In the integral part we just divided by 2, for the fractional part here we just take multiply by 2. Here also doing the same procedure, but instead of 2 we are writing 8. Because we have to convert it in for octal numbers. Octal means totally 8 digits. So we have to divide this integral part by 8 and fractional part multiplied by 8. So here first thing is 247, it is divided by 8. So 8 into 3 24, 0, and the remainder is 7. And again we are just divided by 8. So here we are getting 8 into 3 24, the remainder is 6, and again we no need to divide it because the 3 is less than 8. So no need to divide it, leave it, and you put an upward arrow mark, which means that here 247 is converted into 367, like that. Okay, and now we are considering the fractional part alone. So what we have to do? We have to multiply it by 8. There we just multiplied by 2, here we have to multiply it by 8. So again what will be the answer? 0.6875 into 8 means it will be around 5.5. So this can be written as, in this 5.5, this one we will consider it as a carry. So we can write this as 0.5 with carry 5. And again this 0.5 should be multiplied by 8, which is equal to 4.0. So this can be written as 0.0 with carry 4. So this number it will come it as a carry. And put a downward arrow mark. Now how can you convert this to 47.6875? So 247 is 367. Instead of this decimal point, here put the decimal point, and 0.6875 is converted into 54. So 0.54 to the base 8. That's very important. You have to put 8. So this 8 only it represents, this number is an octal number system. Okay. So this 10 it represents that this number is a decimal number system.